Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Raid Shadow Legends. Today in this video, folks, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to kind of do a bit of a playthrough, if you want to call it that, or just gameplay for Raid Shadow Legends. And more or less, I'm going to be focusing on leveling up my champions. Now, I do have some things that I want to do, and I would like to get Kale up to a 6-star level 60, so that is a priority. That means, of course, a lot of grinding, and I do have some champions over here that I do have in terms of like storage. This is obviously after the shard opening, so as you can see, this is what I currently have here. I do have some stuff put in the vault, and the main idea is to just kind of play the game as it was intended, I suppose, and use up some of the champions that I have. So I'm gonna get Gallic kind of skilled up. I do have a duplicate, so I will be keeping the starting champions regardless of what I get in the future, just because, I mean, they are generally good in all areas, and so my thought is I might as well keep them just because I'm a bit of a collectioner, whatever. I've got loads of the gore masks, or whatever the dogs are called, from the orcs. That's because that is what I am currently able to farm efficiently. And what I mean by efficiently, I just need 2 good champions. I normally take Elaine and Kale in there with 2 unleveled champions, level those guys up, and then, you know, so on and so forth. It's very grindy, but it is a fun game. Now, I do have, I think, about 5 or 6 champions that are geared up, of which Elaine and Kale are both really well geared up. Now, I do want to get this Acolyte up because he is important. He is a turn meter manipulator, so that was gonna come in handy, generally speaking. So I do want to keep that guy up, and I think I'll use him in pretty much everything. Now, I do wonder if I can combine him with Kale's damage, as at the moment Kale does the most damage of what I have. Now, obviously, he's fully ranked up to 5 stars, fully leveled up. He should be alright. So I'm having a look at the statistics for the champions that I pulled from the shards. And yeah, so I think the way I'm going to go is, there are 3 champions that I do want to get ranked up and leveled up. But if I do that, it's going to distract me from Kale, which is my main concern at the moment. I do have Tyrell as well, so I got lucky with that. So I guess it wasn't all that bad. I just wish I was not dumb enough to not record it. But hey, it is what it is. So we've got the Conqueror, Gnarl Horn, not very useful. So this guy's going to be food, obviously. Seeing as he is already a 3-star champion, I think I might get him up to 4-star, then probably feed him to something. Again, same thing with this guy. This is what I have in the vault. A lot of duplicates, as you can see. So duplicates get used up. At least that's the plan. I might want to take some stuff out of here and use them. But at the moment, I am struggling for space. So I'll just keep these guys here and see what else I have, because I am going to need to make some space. I'll take this one out. Actually, do I want... I don't know. How many have I got here? Okay. So I've got 1 space. Okay, well, I can take this guy out for the time being. He doesn't need to be in there. He is going to get used up as food. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time getting him up to... Let's see. I want to put somebody back in there. Somebody that I'm going to use or need at some point, but not necessarily now. There's a lot of leveling up that I need to do. I need to decide who's going into the vault for the time being until I end up getting some more space. It's going to be a bit of a challenge here. See, you're good. I mean, he's not the best, but Judge is good for the moment, at least compared to everything else that I've got. Okay, you're fairly decent. Interesting. So Sentinel's alright. What do you do? Okay. That's quite interesting. So he's got the decreased attack, which is good. He's got the provoke, so he could be, I guess, a bit of a tank. So definitely want a tank. He could come in handy. I guess he'll have to come in handy because I don't really have any other tanks that I could use efficiently. So you are not really good in the spider's den, but generally okay. See, this is what happens when you end up with very little space. You're definite food, mate. You're definitely food. Now, obviously, the rare and epic champions that are useless will get leveled up before they actually get used up as food. They're harder to come by, so might as well use it wisely. Whereas with the common and uncommon ones, well, I get a lot of them, so I don't mind being wasteful with them. They're easy to come by. So let's see, what is it that I can do here? Now, I still can or should be able to expand the vault. I don't want to do that just yet. I think I can manage with what I've got here. I'm also trying to remember what I kind of have in the vault just in case a fusion comes up. Now, I do have some bits and pieces for a fusion, but not a complete set. I would like to get something nice from a fusion. When I do get to that point, of course, I will record it. It will be my first fusion. But as it stands, I'm not there yet. I've not been playing or maybe investing in the game long enough in terms of money. But hey, it's the way things work in this game. I'm happy to put some money in the game. I'm not going to go too wild with spending on it. So, madman. What do I do with you? What am I going to do with you? See, there are so many champions that I'm not sure on which ones I want to keep. I feel like I don't want to keep this guy. I mean, by the time I level him up, he's probably gonna be quite, I don't know. We'll lock him for the moment. We don't want to accidentally waste him, just in case. And if we get something better at some point. See, this one is not useful at all. He does have the unkillable buff, which is nice, but it's only for him. Elder, what do you... Okay, yeah. Not too impressed with you, mate. What else? So, you're unlocked. You are unlocked. Okay. Okay, well, that's that for now. Let's start doing some leveling up. Let's get some space in our roster here. So we want to level up Tyrell. Can we do that? Have we got enough to actually give him some levels? Because he's quite useful. He's one of the better champions that I have. You only get... Okay, maybe... That's not the best thing to do. Let me get one level though. And I do need some inventory space. It's not the best way of using the food that I've got, so maybe take something that's low level and add some levels on that, then maybe level that whatever I decide to level up. Judge, what are you? Okay. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at something of a lower level maybe and level that one up. See, Judge is good as far as I can remember. Yeah, he's got a ton of debuffs. Just this ability right here is why I want to keep him, at least for the moment. So I know Tyrell, not Tyrell, Judge, I had a duplicate for, so I can definitely level a skill up. No, that's not what I want to do. So let's do this. Hopefully we get something nice. Well, there's only 2 to go for as far as I can remember. So that would be Chaos Armor. That's passive. He's got a ton of debuffs. I like that. There we go. That's one space made. do I want to ascend you? I should be able to, and I think it would be a good thing to do. What about you, Tyrell? I need a few more things for that to happen, but I don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to have to farm some dungeons for Tyrell. We do want him to be efficient. And what else? I've got a ton of duplicates here, so you. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me. Acolyte definitely needs a level up and some ascensions there. He's well worth the investment. 2 spaces available. Let's go and give you some levels. I'm gonna use some of the common champions here. See how far we can push you with these levels. Now, ideally, it would have been nice if I had the common champions leveled up just for the extra points, but whatever. I'll work with what I have. There's a ton of these guys, and I do need to make some space in my inventory. See how far I can get you. Looks okay. So I can still use the common champions, level these guys up, and then use them as food later. Do I get anything? Only 3 levels. I'll go for it, because I'll get more. I'm gonna be farming the campaign, so there's definitely gonna be a ton of shards from which I'll get a lot more, so not a big loss there. I'm gonna unlock all of the little puppies there, get rid of those guys at some point. I think what I'm gonna do is, so in order to level up Kale, who's now a 5-star champion, I'll need 5 5-star champions. And so I think the dogs will end up getting that way. I think I'm probably going to level them up with the uncommon champions. So I'm going to sacrifice the uncommon champions once I've got them to 3 stars. It's probably the best way of doing it, so that way I don't really waste any rare champions. I don't want to be wasting anything as of yet, and I should, in theory, that way also have some duplicates for the dogs just in case. This is how far I am from actually getting this next book, but I don't think I'll get that next home. I don't think I have enough time, energy, or resources to do it. So let's go and do some dungeons. We also need some gear. Obviously it ain't going to be the best gear in the world, but whatever I can get my hands on. Now ideally I would like to get the lifesteal and speed set. Hopefully we get something nice out of this. So let's see where I last left off. I can try and push stage 9. It's a bit of a gamble, this. Last time I tried it, it didn't work out too well. So I think, do you know what? It's like with stage 9 for me at this point in time, it's hit and miss. So I can win or lose. It's really a 50-50, especially seeing as I'm going to do this on auto. So I've decided to go with stage 8, which I know I'll get for certain. And we'll just farm this a couple of times. We'll see if we can get anything decent out of here. It would be nice. Okay, so as you can see, most of my damage is coming from Kale and the lane, especially seeing as I put a lot of crit on them, or chance to crit. So that is what I focus. I want to get both the lane and Kale up to a 100% crit chance, and then invest either in attack or crit damage. But as you'll see at the end of this, both the lane and Kale do really good. Now Kale has the advantage because he does apply the poison debuffs, so that does add to his damage. Just kind of look at what Kale's done there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really think I want this. I mean, it's meh, but yeah, I probably will end up finding something better. I'm only going to keep what I think is the best for me and my play style. And so I think this dungeon also has, for the time being, a chance of dropping some sort of a champion or entity for the fusion. I'm not expecting that to happen in this. I'm not going to be running it too many times. It is taking up a lot of my energy just to do these runs. So obviously, as a part of grinding in this game, you do have to run the same dungeon over and over again until you get something good. Obviously, you know, you are at the mercy of RNGs, as I like to call it. It is all randomly generated what you get, so you never know. Okay. As you can see, we're doing alright. Easily taken down, but we have lost. Oh, hey. Oh, I like this. Speed, crit damage, crit rate, defense. All the stats that I want. So definitely a keeper, that. That's going to come in really handy. I think on Kale, I need a pair of boots or feet with crit, or a part of the crit set, and I'd like to have crit on that as well, both as a stat and substat. Kale and Elaine are very close to 100% crit chance, and you'll see that as they do their attacks. So they often do get the crits. Now that's nice. That was a nice set of crits. Let's see. Now, why I want the crit to be 100% on Elaine is on her first attack. She does that attack, and if she crits, she will then do another attack. So that does add to the damage. And obviously, Elaine is an AoE damage dealer, so I do want to have her be able to take out the trash waves as quick as possible. So let's have a look at here. So Kale's done alright, Elaine's done okay. Eventually I will level all of these guys up. And so even Grinner, I think, or yeah, I think it's Grinner. Even he will have crit. I mean, he's a support, but you can also do some okay damage for the time being. He's not anything to write home about, but I do like the ability to revive a fallen ally, and he does actually revive them with a decent amount of health and puts a bit of a shield on them, so that does help out. But as you'll see, we do get quite close to more or less losing champions in this. I think it's, you know, too close to attempt to complete the next stage, so I'll just stick to this for now. I mean, we can do it quite easily on auto. It's definitely worth looking at that. Oh, that was a bit of a bummer. And there we go, there's your crits. We got 4 shards. Not exactly what I was after, but whatever. I would have preferred gear. And the good thing about this is you do make a decent amount of money from this. You do get good gear. What you don't use, you can always sell for some extra cash. And as it currently stands, personally, I will not focus on taking any piece of gear past level 12. Unless I'm doing it for the achievements or the missions, whatever they're called, to progress with that. But other than that, it's a waste of money, especially for something that I will be changing out later on in the game when I get to the 5 and 6 star artifacts. That's what they're called. I was gonna, yeah, there are artifacts in this game, so I need to remember that's what they're called. So Apothecary and Rinner and I forgot what her name is. Magus both have okayish gear, primarily focused around crit. And so, I mean, that's what I had. So they're okay. They don't do anything special. And obviously, I will need to bring them up in terms of levels. I am struggling at the moment in terms of fights in the arena. I am going up against a lot of teams that have really high level champions. But I did spread my resources a bit thinly. I tried to do too many things at once, and obviously a lot of stuff in this game requires energy, and I kind of wasted it a bit. I mean, I didn't waste it. It's an investment, you know. Everything that I use the energy on, whether it's leveling up or gear, I will use in some form, shape or manner at some point throughout the game. So I'm not really wasted it. It's just that I didn't stick to a single specific plan, and so now I need to manage my energy for a couple of days quite well. So attack, crit, accuracy, we don't want that. I didn't like one of the substats on that, so I didn't like the accuracy substat. I would have preferred something else. There we go, perfect. Now, I'm gonna have to be very careful as to how much energy I waste in this particular dungeon. Or use up. Waste is a bit of a strong word. And I also want to do the Ice Golem dungeon a couple of times. There's also something that I want from there. Actually, the Ice Golem has the crit artifact set, which is what I want. And more specifically, what I actually physically need, as it currently stands, is a pair of crit boots for Kale. It'd be nice if I can get crit as a main stat and then maybe crit as a substat, probably, possibly with speed. That would be very helpful. Attack 6%, attack, crit damage. Yeah, we'll keep this one. I don't have too many of those, so it does have okay substats. I am so proud of what I've done with Kale. I mean, this has been a bit of a learning curve for me. Initially, I've had to swap gear out, so that's always costly in the game, as both Kale and Elaine were more or less on the lifesteal set. Now, problem with that is you need 4 pieces to get the lifesteal, and getting 4 pieces to boost speed and crit damage, crit chance, and attack is a bit of a challenge. Obviously, with that, I lose sustainability, so I'm going all out on as much damage as I can do. Especially seeing as I do want to actually 3-star the hard campaign. I'm halfway through 3-starring it. I do want that shard at the end of it. Once I do that, I will then move on to the nightmare version of the campaign and work my way through that. But I don't really want to finish the nightmare version of the campaign until I 3-star the hard one. So crit damage, defense. See, it's the defense. The percentage, I'm okay. The number that is not a percentage, I'm not alright with. That doesn't really help. It doesn't scale up. I could have kept it and sold it later, but I also need money now, so that's kind of the logic behind it. I will keep certain bits of gear out of the principle that I may want to use it later or sell it later. It really depends. Maybe I'll get something better. Well, I'm sure I'll get something better as I progress with the game, but you never know. Want to have a few pieces there just in case I need them. This dragon puts on so many debuffs, particularly poison debuffs. They're annoying. I'm quite curious to see how this fight will go down in terms of mechanics as I get to, or when I get to stage 20. It's gonna be a case of how much damage those debuffs do and how much damage I can push out of my champions. But for the moment, I suppose with what I'm going, don't really have much of a choice. Let's see, HP. Okay, that's okay. So this is a helmet. It's a 3-star helmet. We'll keep it. It does offer crit, so I can always combine it with other bits and pieces that I have. It may not necessarily be a set, but it might make a difference to a champion that I might use it at some point in the future. I mean, normally I try and aim for sets for the extra bonuses from the sets, but it's always good to keep an open mind. You never know when things change out. And I have seen players on Twitch go with armors that weren't necessarily set. So, you know, it's one of those things. I mean, I have learned a lot about this game through watching other streamers, and there is actually a very nice community for this game, especially on Twitch, and there are several streamers that I actually watch. I do like the commentary and the fact that they are willing to share their knowledge with the community, so it's a very nice community. I'm enjoying. Oh, hey, another speed set. So we've got defense, attack, accuracy, not useful. I mean, it is useful, but not for what I needed. Not at this point in time. And obviously, I think you only have about, if I remember correctly, 500 spaces in the artifact inventory. So I kind of want to use them up wisely. I'm close to using up about 200. I do want to manage that well. Plus, at this point in time, a lot of armors and equipment that I come across is not worth keeping, simply because it ain't the best, it ain't the highest tier, and yeah, later on I will be using 5 stars and 6 star sort of artifact. I mean, as you can see, this is what the game is. It is a grind. It's a massive grind for those that haven't played it and are just here to watch me play it. It's what it's all about. But I do like it. So we've got life steal, defense, accuracy, defense. I kind of want to... I'll keep it for now. Okay, still have 200 energy. So I'm probably gonna go and do something else. Let's have a look over here. Oh, getting some more energy. That's nice. See, I could try and go with this, try and get that tome, but I don't think I have enough energy even so to get it. What else have I got here? Reach silver 1 in the arena. Don't think that's going to happen anytime soon at this point. I can give this a couple of goes. Probably not going to do too well here. I still need to gear up half of that team. And so, I'm going to try... Oh, hey. We got a victory there. That's alright. It's alright. I'm happy with that. Okay. So, what can I do here? Is there anything I can fight and actually have a chance at? See, most of these champions here are pretty strong. At least for what I have. Let's have a look here. Yeah. I think what the problem is that Although by numbers, by stars, and by ranks and all that, we look very similar. They have really good gear on most of the champions. I have really good gear, or generally good gear on one champion, so KO's okay if I don't look at the boots, which is kind of difficult because that's not what I want, but it's what I had. Elaine still needs a few pieces, and then the others are just leftovers that I had lying around. So chances are, if I take any of these fights, I will most likely not win. They don't dish out sufficient damage to take down the opponents, so I don't know what to do here. Let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Wow, that hurt. Okay, let's see what Elaine does. Okay. Now if I could get the other two geared up, I could definitely do some damage with that. See, they don't really hit that hard. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Kind of figured it would be the case. Yeah, that didn't work out well at all. Now, let's see. Do we get anything here? I didn't want to refresh initially because I didn't want to use up that free refresh. I only tend to look very carefully at what I get per refresh, just to make best use of it, but I guess that wasn't the best use of it because I kind of lost that one. So yeah, again, not very many good fights that I can choose from. Okay, this looks okay. I do wonder if I should go for it. I don't know. We'll give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? And don't answer that because I don't want to know the answer. Wow, that hurt. Okay, so they buffed up. Ooh, he hits hard. Okay. Now, if you only hit hard on that AoE, which you won't, because I know you won't. Yeah. Can we take down one of them? That's perfect. That should use up that revive. Oh, that really changed things around. That sleep. Oh, that was bad. That's what caused me to lose. There we go. Well, that's that for this fight. It's over. Also, I suppose half of it is the fact that I don't really know some of these champions and what they do, and that's what happened there. Okay, well, I do have a key. I'm going to go and use that one up as well. Again, as you can see, I am in a clan, but I'm the only one doing the clan boss. I'm doing it on easy because this is what I can do. And oh, I should have swapped out. Oh man, I should have swapped out Aethel, but I'll have to go with it now. I did want to test something out with this, but I forgot. Whatever. I mean, Aethel's gear is a bit lacking and awful, so that definitely needs improvement. But basically I wanted to test out Grinner. That was the idea. We do have 2 debuffers, so it'll be interesting to see what the champions do and what damage they put out. At the moment we're doing okay in terms of damage, so I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Do bear in mind I only have 2 level 50 champions, so I'm quite happy with it. They seem to be doing it quite alright. I can only imagine. I'm gonna need some sort of support here apart from to add to basically Apothecary. That would be a good thing to do. See if I can get that second bar down. If I can do that, I'm okay with it. I'm happy. Oh dear. He's stunned. As you can see, she's using the lifesteal set. But that seems to be quite okay because she's getting quite a good heal off of it every time Aethel's hitting him. Just watch out. Watch this. I said watch out. Watch out for it. Yeah, watch that. So she does get a decent heal from it. I suppose he does a lot more damage than she can heal, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm happy with it. Now he starts hitting like a freight train, and we're all gonna end up dead. But yes, did quite well there. Ooh, that's a good heal there. See. As long as we can keep those debuffs going on him, the poisons, that should be okay. And that's that for me. There we go. So Kale's done okay, so has Magus, and so has Elaine. Okay. Aethel, not so good. So I'll need to swap Aethel out for something a bit better. If I can do that, just don't know what to use. I'll have to have a look at that, but that's one of the things I've been meaning to do. I'm thinking maybe another debuffer or support maybe. We'll see. I'll have to play around with it and see what I can do. Obviously, I do, FYI, fully intend to try and solo the easy clan boss. That is my aim. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.